Hi, welcome to part 2 of Breaking Bias, where we're looking at artificial intelligence and how we can avoid baked-in bias. Now, to help us understand how bias could creep into a machine learning algorithm, let's have a look at a particular branch of machine learning, computer vision. We've been trying to teach computers how to see for a really long time, but turns out it's an incredibly tricky challenge. Let's take the example that we're trying to teach a computer how to identify a dog from a photograph. Our first approach to doing this was to teach computers how to see like we do as humans. How do we see as humans? Well, in the first instance, we understand that this is a photograph of the real world, and this is a 2D representation of it. We then break apart those foreground objects from the background, and we relate them to things that we have encountered in our lives, in this case, a dog. So we tried the same approach with computers. We would try to teach the computer to break apart those foreground objects from the background by drawing a line around it, and then we would match it to known objects. And after a lot of time and a lot of coding, if you were to show it a fresh picture of probably that same type of dog from the same angle against a clear background, it would be able to tell you that was a dog. Then you'd have to do that same process all over again, but accounting for every different angle that you could see that dog from. Then you'd have to do it again and again for all the different types of dogs in the world. Then you'd have to account for all the really complicated stuff, like whether the dog was partially obscured, whether it was two dogs playing together, and whether it was like a real dog and a toy dog. Very, very quickly, those variables start multiplying and multiplying until it becomes an almost impossible task. And that's just the world of dogs, let alone all the other stuff that make up the whole world, like narwhals, fidget spinners, and prancercise. And you can forget about all the really complicated stuff, like emotions or verbs, or also prancercise. It was too hard, it was an impossible task. We needed a new approach. So instead of teaching computers to see like humans, we took a new tact. Instead of trying to teach the computer the context of the image, instead we simply showed an algorithm a picture of a dog, and we said, this is a dog. Now the computer has no idea what this is. It doesn't know that it's an animal. It doesn't know that this is a representation of something in the real world. It just sees a cluster of pixels. Then we showed it another dog, and we said, this is a dog. And then we showed it more and more and more pictures, and we said, this is a dog, this is a dog, this is a dog. This is the training data, training the algorithm to recognize a certain object. And behind the scenes, the algorithm is making thousands and thousands of connections, identifying similarities between these pictures. And after lots and lots of training data, you would be able to show this system a picture of a dog, and it would be able to identify it as a dog. And it's really, really accurate now. And because this was a relatively easy task to do, we could access our databanks of images like Google Images, and we could train these algorithms to understand all sorts of objects and all those strange things in our real world. And it got very good at what it was seeing, able to identify multiple objects all in the same picture at once. Right now, computer vision accuracy is at 99% accurate, which is higher than humans. Fast forward a little bit, and Google wanted to take advantage of this in some of their apps and programs. And that makes sense, they own Google Images. They have access to that database of pre-tagged images. They wanted to use this technology to object recognize all the pictures that you take on your phone and put them into nice little folders based on those objects, be that cups, planes, bats, quiches, you name it. Google, one of the biggest tech companies in the world, planned this app, they built it, they tested it, and they deployed it live. And so one morning, a young woman called Jackie Alcine saw this update and wanted to see how her pictures had been sorted. And she saw this. And it wasn't just a single image, it was all of the pictures of her and her friends from her graduation. Not just mislabeling those pictures, but mislabeling them with an historically, racially charged offensive term. So how did this happen? Well, there's a problem with AI systems, and we'll have a look at that in the next part.